guys, my name is Linds and this is my trend report for fall winter 2020. Before we get into the video, if you're new here, thank you for tuning in and make sure to subscribe to my channel. I have all sorts of videos including fashion, hair, and skincare, the occasional vlog, and some dumb stuff with my friends, to be honest. So fall fashion is a huge favorite amongst the fashion community. I think it's most of our favorite fashion season. I, for one, am so sad that we're missing out on attending Fashion Week this year. Last year I was in Paris for Fashion Week, the year before New York, and when I was younger in my studying days, I actually interned for Paris Fashion Week, and I'm feeling so nostalgic this year. I miss it so much. I miss the commotion and the fun and just the entire event. But anyways, this year I've spent the last couple months really taking my time to understand what the fall and winter trends for 2020 are going to be, and I've pulled all the inspiration from the runways, my favorite influencers, and celebrities over the course of the last few months, and I'm really excited to share my top 10 trends for fall and winter 2020. Trend number 1 is metallics. Think sequins, metals, futuristic kind of vibes. It's very hard to make a metallic piece look expensive, but if it's done right and it's styled properly, it can look amazing, and there's been so many awesome pieces on the runways this year, and I'm starting to see more and more pieces pop up at shops like Zara, and I do think that you'd easily find metallic pieces in thrift stores if you're looking for a sustainable option too. Trend number 2 is leather, which is kind of an obvious trend for fall, but this year it was kind of on the runway anyways. It was like leather on leather, so leather pieces styled together and a lot of colored leather pieces. There's a lot of different maroons. Gigi Hadid was on the runway with this like gorgeous rustic orange piece, and it was a skirt suit in all leather, and it was beautiful. I'm so for this trend and would love to get my hands on a colored leather piece, because right now all I have is black. Trend number 3 is statement shoulders. As you can see, I'm wearing an oversized blazer myself with some padded shoulders. This piece was thrifted from a local thrift store. I found this about a year ago for Paris Fashion Week. Some of my best finds are found at thrift stores, but yes, statement shoulders for fall are still in. The big puffy sleeves are still in. There was a huge trend with this Zara top. It was just a regular t-shirt, but they had a shoulder or a padded shoulder in it, and it was amazing. So statement shoulders are still in. They're still thriving, and if you haven't added it to your collection yet, you definitely should. Trend number 4 is kind of a prep school vibe. Not everyone's gonna love this, but I personally do. My style personally is quite conservative, quite girly, preppy, so you're gonna be thinking like a school uniform. So whether it's kilts, argyle prints, sweater vests. Sweater vests are huge for fall 2020. Preppy styles like collared shirts, polos are all so in this year, and again, an awesome trend to find at a very inexpensive price at thrift stores. So sustainability is hotter than ever. It's great for the environment, our planet. Recycled fashion is amazing, and you can find some great options, of course, at your local thrift store, and if not, at your favorite retailers. Trend number 5 is probably my favorite, and that is skirt suits. I'm a suit girl. I love a good suit. I love a good blazer, and we're kind of seeing the revival of a skirt suit. If you're not sure what that is, it essentially is a suit for women or men. We do it all nowadays. That is essentially the blazer, but instead of a trouser to pair with it, it's paired with a skirt, and it's very tailored, and it's just so feminine and so boss. I love it so much. This was all over the runways for Fashion Week this year for fall and winter 2020, 2021, and I am so for this and cannot wait to get my hands on a skirt suit myself. Number 6, I had mentioned this in my spring summer trend report as well, and that is wide leg trousers and jeans. You need to ditch the skinny jeans. Skinny jeans are not it. I haven't touched my skinny jeans honestly in probably a year and a half, but all the styles for trousers, pants, jeans, anything, unless it's like a jogger or a straight cut, and now they're getting wider and wider. Even in the men's styles as well, to be honest. But for women especially, baggy jeans are in, mom jeans are in, straight cut or going into a wider leg is amazing. The wider leg trousers, so good. Trend number 7 is, again, kind of an obvious one, and that is fringe. Fringe kind of goes in and out for fall fashion. I remember a couple years ago, I think it was like 2015, was when I first moved to Vancouver. I was working at BCBG, and fringe was with everything. Fringe is kind of a classic style. It's more like Western inspired, and it's really cool on jackets. I took a peek on Zara.com, and Zara has so many fringe pieces. It just elevates a very basic jacket to something really cool and unique, and just makes you look more modern and on trend. Trend number 8 is geometric prints. It's super 60s, 70s vibes. My personal style is quite minimal, so this would be really out of my comfort zone, but for me, I think I want to incorporate a really pretty silk scarf with geometric prints. I've seen a lot online, but again, this is something super easy to thrift, so I think all of us should be striving to be more sustainable and go to a thrift store, go to a consignment shop, and there are so many cool ways to incorporate a geometric print into an outfit. If you're very minimal like me, you can add it to a very neutral look, and it instantly will make you look more modern, on trend, fashionable. But if you do push the boundaries with your style, you could also pair different prints and wear several prints in an outfit. My best suggestion is to pair smaller prints with bigger prints that make a really loud statement. It's such a cool look, and the only time I ever sport something like that, to be honest, is probably Fashion Week. Trend number 9 are textured coats. This is one of my favorite trends. This is what I have my eye on for sure. I definitely love the Sherpa shaggy look. There's so many cool colors and textures and prints out there. The teddy bear coats are still really in, and you're seeing a lot of the textured faux furs translate over to that geometric print I was talking to you guys about earlier as well. And yeah, I'm really excited to get my hands on something like that as well. Again, this is something you could probably thrift, but there are some great options at local retailers as well. Massimo Dutti, one of my favorite stores, they have some beautiful coats coming out. But when you're thinking of coats to add something to a really simple outfit, if you wear quite like plain outfits, jeans and a t-shirt during the winter time, if you wear a lot of black, a really cool way to make your outfit stand out more or look a little bit more modern is to add texture, and these coats are just a statement on their own, and I can't wait to get my hands on one. And trend number 10 is super modest cuts. On the runway, you're seeing dresses that are bodycon and tight, but there are full-length sleeves, maxi lengths, and higher necklines. I myself am quite conservative. I like to show a sexy side of myself by showing my figure while being still covered. I think this is such a cool look with an elegant accessory, and just showing your curves while still being covered is such a less is more statement, and I love this. And I'm excited that everyone else is going to start dressing like me because I look like a nun sometimes. The lingerie and corset trend is still quite prominent in the fashion community, but I think it's a little too sexy. This is like understated and cool, and I'll throw up some images, but yeah, I am absolutely obsessed with it, and so for this trend. So that's all 10 trends, but I am not done yet. I also put together a few colors for you to look out for when you're shopping this season, along with some accessories. If you don't have the budget for an entire new wardrobe or 4 or 5 new pieces every season, a great way to stay modern is to dress super classic and just incorporate a few cool accessories, which usually can be pretty inexpensive from stores like H&M or Zara, or again, if you went to the thrift store. So first I'm going to start with some colors to look out for. Major colors to look out for this season are rich browns. I'm obsessed with like chocolate browns. All my accessories I've been drawn to lately are more in the brown scales versus black. I actually was blonde for like 12 years and dyed my hair chocolate brown in January. I've been a brunette all of 2020 and I'm loving it. I'm loving how things just look so different on me, and I'm really enjoying incorporating brown creamy tones into my wardrobe. Another color to look for is celery green. It's a little bit lighter than a olive green. Olive green is also in style, of course, but it's a really cool pop of color to your wardrobe. Sandstone, which is like a nude. We all know nude is always in. And classic blue. So this was kind of a color I was like hemming and hawing about. I just personally have never been a fan of like cobalt blue or royal blue. This classic blue is a little bit different. It's a little bit more towards turquoise, but it's not turquoise at all, but it's not royal blue. It's a little bit more the other way. I personally am not a fan, but I know a lot of people are gonna love it. And then the last color is called Samba. It's like this deeper red, but it has a little bit of like an orange tinge to it, and I think it's really pretty. One of the colored leathers we were talking about earlier, I've seen in this color so much, and I would love a leather piece in this color. It's so pretty. And before we wrap up this video, I just wanted to share a few accessories. Like I said, accessories can really make an outfit and really make a statement and make you modern and on trend without having to splurge. So I really wanted to share a few of these accessories. Plus, to be honest, if you don't know especially the footwear and the handbags, if you're wearing outdated footwear and handbags, your outfit's pretty much ruined. So let's make sure we are on it. So quickly, so I don't make this video too long, I'm just gonna name off a few accessories that are really hot. Starting with gloves that are like fashion gloves. So you're thinking leather, faux leather gloves, lace gloves are really cool. Silver jewelry is making a comeback. If you follow Missouri, you'll see that they're starting to sell more silver pieces. As you can see, I'm decked out in gold. Gold has been the thing the last few years, and I'm happy to see some silver coming back and being able to mix metals. So you can wear your silvers and golds together, which is really fun as well. In the boot world, we're looking at slouchy boots. Slouchy boots are really cool, but riding boots are really in as well. Chanel came out with these beautiful riding boots, and I wish I could afford them, but one year. Hardware on bags. You're gonna see hardware and specifically like chains and accessories are really big, but you're seeing big chunky chains on boots and on bags. You're gonna see like charms and hardware all over accessories. Square-toed shoes are also really in. I just got in a pair of heels from Public Desire today that are square toe. It just makes an outfit instantly look more expensive, modern, on trend, designer. It's a really cool trend. The shoulder bags are still hanging on strong, so the old school like hobo bags are just what's it for handbags in the handbag world. And what I'm obsessed with is the return of big belts. So not a belt for your hips, but a belt for your waist. A statement belt can really cinch you in and make a statement or change a look really easily. I don't think I ever got rid of that trend. I've always loved incorporating a belt into my outfits, but big belts with big chunky hardware are really back in style, and I'm here for it. And the very last one is going back to the fringe trend. We're seeing fringe on some bags and some accessories. I think I saw a belt with fringe on it too, but fringe is also translating into the accessory world, and yeah, we're seeing some fringe on accessories as well. Now that we know what's on trend for clothes, accessories, colors, shoes, I hope you guys are able to put together some really bomb outfits this fall and winter season. I hope you found this video informative and interesting, and if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to DM me over on Instagram. My handle's @Linds also, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye!